Many of us have observed that when we put in long objects inside water, it appears to be bent or broken. This is an optical illusion, but so many of us does not know why it happens like that. Yes, I know what you are thinking. You want to know why it appears this way. In this video, I'm going to show you why it appears this way. So you want to watch this video to the end. And if you studied physics, you cannot explain what is happening here. My brother and sister, this video is for you. So don't skip any part of it and come and understand why this thing is looking bent or broken inside water. For those of you who cook in the kitchen, you put knife inside water, it's as if the knife is broken or the knife is bent. Gather, let's see what is happening in this video. The phenomenon happening here is what we describe in physics as the refraction of light. Now, someone is asking, what is refraction of light? It is very simple. Refraction of light simply means the change in the direction of light when it travels from one medium to another medium, if the two mediums are different. The difference in the mediums could be the density. So once the light is traveling from one medium to another medium, then refraction can occur. In this case, we have two media. The medias are water and air. Water, because that is where you inserted that object. Air is the atmosphere. So these are the two mediums in this case. What is actually happening with refraction of light? When the light ray is coming from water, how is it coming from water? Because the object you are looking at is inside the water. So the light ray is coming from water. So if the light ray is coming from water in this direction, instead of continuing like this, when it gets to the boundary between water and air, it bends away. It changes direction. This is the phenomenon of refraction. The reason is because inside water, light is traveling slower. In air, it travels faster. Because of the difference in speed, it changes direction. This is what refraction is all about. And this is how it happens for us to see this object to be broken. But I will explain. Relax, you don't have to rush. Let's see what is going on now. I will describe this object like this. So this is the cup, and this is the straw you put inside the cup. This is the water level. This is how it should normally be inside the cup, or this is how it is inside the cup, but you are seeing it to be bent here. We want to explain why it is bent. We are using this refraction principle here now. If we pick this point of the straw inside water, this point where you are seeing red mark here, if we pick that point and the light ray travels from this point, as it gets to the boundary, what happens? It is refracted. It changes direction. If we pick this point again and let the light ray travel in another direction, this way, when it gets to this point, it changes direction. If you pick this point and let the light ray travel in another direction, it will continue to refract like this. Now, what happens is that this point, the light ray travels from this point and it is refracted in this direction. So if you are here looking at it, let's say this is your eye. Sorry, I know the eye is not beautiful, it doesn't look like your eye, but forget about that. If this is the eye looking at this object and the light ray travels like this, one thing that the eye sees is that they don't see rays that are bent. Eyes don't see bent rays. They only see light rays in a straight line. So if this eye is looking at this ray coming to it, it will be looking at it in a straight line. It will not be looking at it bent. So what happens is that this eye will see these two rays to be coming from a straight point. So we are just going to trace this ray straight back and this one straight down instead of bending it, because the eyes don't bend the eye, don't see light rays to be bent or changing direction. It sees it straight. So if we trace these two lines backward so that the eyes will see it to be straight, this is what happens. They will come and meet each other here, straight down, because that is how the eye is seeing it. The eye will not bend this way. It will see the rays to be coming from this point. So technically, the point here has shifted from here down to this point. If you pick a second point here at the other edge of the straw, the eye will see the second point to be coming from here. So the bottom of the straw has shifted from this point to this point. All you need to do is to trace it back to the original object and you have something like this. So when the eye looks at this object, it is now seeing it to be bent. It is as a result of the refraction of light, and it is an optical illusion. And that is what happens. I have explained it in a layman's term and also to every physicist here to understand. So you can see that it is very interesting, and I believe you now know why the object appears to be bent inside water. I know you love this video. That is why you watch to this point. So share it to another person so that they will come and watch this kind of video in this page. Keep sharing it and keep encouraging us to make interesting content. See you in our next video. Bye.